guys, and welcome back to yet another video, and I welcome you to Transfer Tuesday. Is this a thing now? Transfer Tuesday? I guess it's a thing until unless it dies out. Pretty much whenever it's Tuesdays or Thursdays, I guess I'll be talking about some transfer news associated with Real Madrid. Anyway, thanks to one of my subscriber, Chickbueze Dyke. Chickbueze DK. Chickbueze. Oh, it's Chickbueze. Okay. Chickbueze Dyke. Dude, I'm sorry, man. I can't pronounce your name. Do let me know in the comment section how do I pronounce your name, okay? But pretty much, he told me about the Youcef Atal rumors. Now, let me be honest, I didn't really give a toss about it initially because it was not really a big rumor as I thought it was. But then I started thinking and I thought, okay, this is a fullback. So this is actually some interesting insight that I myself can give about. Real Madrid are actually trying to pursue another right back because Zidane doesn't really trust Alvaro Odriozola. And frankly, I don't myself as well. But anyway, today with the whole Youcef Atal rumors, and obviously we're going to compare him with Alvaro Odriozola based on certain statistics. I feel like that would be a very fair comparison, to be honest. I have a very fair idea of how Youcef Atal plays. From what I've heard, I heard that he has very less recognition and he tends to go under the radar quite often, to be honest. So okay, we're just showing some of his blocks, his defensive contribution. Okay. I heard that he's really explosive with his speed, dribbling, etc. So I hope some of the footage we're looking at now tries to prove that. Anyway, statistics will show as we do explore in a moment in comparison with Odriozola anyway. I think in absolute sense he would not be looked as a bright young prospect. But I guess like if Real Madrid is trying to pursue him over Odriozola, it probably must be making sense. Because like, I mean, come on, Real Madrid is a big club. They're not going to take stupid decisions just like that. Oh, okay. Goddamn. Okay, so this was one successful cross into the box. So they're just showing that a bit. I heard that 2018-19, he was complimented by Patrick Vieira a lot. That, he has a very different side to his game from normal, regular right backs. Which is, after listening to Patrick Vieira's quotes from last season, this does warm my heart that Real Madrid is trying to go for. Oh, that run. Oh, let's go. Oh my god. Yo, that was sick. And mind you, when we also compare the statistics, he is playing for a very weaker team in comparison to, not very weaker team. They do play European football. But at least in comparison to Real Madrid, yes, it is a weaker team. So I think we'll have to discount some of the shortages that he might be, facing in his game. Oh, okay. So from what we can see right now, because of his explosiveness and also because of his ability to make good progressive runs up the pitch. So obviously this is from one game. I'm just looking at his individual highlights because I feel like with certain games like on a compilation basis, he would tend to go under the radar, let's be honest. So his best game gives us a best impression of him. Obviously I wanted to get the best impression of him. So be it. So be it. And yeah, I also heard that he can play as a left winger as well. So that adds to versatility. Let's imagine that, Marcelo obviously he's on the decline with wherever he's going with. And Forlan Mondi is injured. Then it might work because he started his football career as a left winger. And then he, sort of adapted to that right back kind of role. It's like the reverse Gareth Bale, to be honest. Oh, okay, he won them a penalty as well. That's a pen, right? Okay, that's a penalty. That's a penalty. Yeah, that's a penalty. That's literally a penalty. Okay, I think I've seen enough. I can understand where his game is headed to in terms of how he plays. We're going to compare Odriozola's 18-19 versus Youcef Atal's 19-20 season. Now, before you panic and say, oh, why, you're being biased. No, I'm not being biased, okay? It's not like I hate Odriozola. I just don't think he is Real Madrid quality. I'm simply suggesting that we compare 19-20 of Youcef Atal versus the 18-19 of Odriozola because they played approximately the same amount of 90 minutes. Obviously, if we look at the standard statistics such as expected goals and expected assists, I wouldn't really expect much from expected goals because of their position. However, in Real Madrid for fullbacks, assists might actually come into play Youcef Atal has an expected assists of 0.06 and expected goals of 0.15 per 90 minutes. Whereas Odriozola has a much less percentage of expected goals but has a higher expected assists here. Now you also got to remember that Youcef Atal plays for a weaker team, and a team which is nowhere near the level of Real Madrid. So when we look at the passing, we're actually going to look into the fact that how it leads to a goal or a shot or a key pass like that. Then successful crosses into the penalty area for Youcef Atal is like 3. Passes into the penalty area, successful ones by the way, is like 11. And successful passes into the final third is like 25. And key passes that actually lead to a direct shot is around 9. On the other hand, for Alvaro Odriozola, he is actually smashing it here. So 16 key passes and final third passes are around 18, and successful passes into the penalty area are around 16, and successful crosses are around 7. So this says that Alvaro Odriozola can pick out players better than Youcef Atal. Now again, disclaimer for those of you who are forgetting repeatedly. Odriozola has teammates that have the ability to pick out passes like these. So it is kind of natural for Odriozola to have a better success percentage. Now, not taking anything away from Odriozola here, he has done his part and he deserves the credit that he needs. So for Youcef Atal in 1920, the shot creating actions per 90 minutes is around 2.78 and goal creating actions per 90 minutes is around 0.18. And for Odriozola in 1819 is, so it's 2.29 per 90 minutes and 0.38 per 90 minutes in terms of goal creating actions. Now if you look very keenly here, Youcef Atal has had more shot creating actions and Odriozola has had more goal creation actions. I feel like Youcef Atal can take the W here because the strikers of Nice don't really have the caliber that a Karim Benzema would have. So I feel like the goal creation action will certainly be low in comparison to the shot creation action. Now again, giving the benefit of the doubt to Odriozola as well, even though I feel like Youcef Atal takes a W here, the quality of the ball that is delivered also matters in order for it to be a legitimate goal scoring chance. But in Youcef Atal's defense, his strikers are not as equipped and don't certainly have the same caliber as a Real Madrid attacker would have. Of course, defensive actions is also a very important thing that we should note. However, it should not be in terms of the tackles that are made. That's very misleading, to be honest. Now, when Youcef Atal tries to put pressure on an opponent player in order to win the ball back, he has a success percentage of 27.2. And on the contrary, the number of attempts that Odriozola actually made are just 9 less. And he has a better success percentage. Youcef Atal has more interceptions, more clearances, and that's really good. 20 and 12 are really good for someone who moves up the pitch quite often and gets the clear W over Odriozola in this case anyway. Now this is where I feel like Youcef Atal gets the better dub here. Now in teams like Real Madrid, where it is an obligation for a right back or a full back anyway to move up really high up the pitch, progressive carry is very important. For those of you who don't understand, progressive carry is actually whenever you make a run towards the opponent's goal with the ball with you. 3,389 yards for Youcef Atal and Alvaro Odriozola is on 2,514. And that's a ridiculous 800 yards more than Odriozola. That just shows that he's a better attacking threat than Odriozola. Again, I may be making some uneducated guesses here, don't get me wrong. If you were to ask me, I still say this. Odriozola is not Real Madrid quality in my opinion. He's a good right back. Now, I'm not saying Youcef Atal is miles better than him or better than him. But if Real Madrid is seriously trying to consider Youcef Atal over Odriozola, it doesn't seem stupid. And if Zidane is seriously trying to consider a signing like this, I feel like it's not bad at all. Especially considering the fact that we lost Hakimi this time. It would be nice to have someone that we can actually rely on for a backup for Carvajal. If you put Youcef Atal and Alvaro Odriozola in the same discussion, anyone could be a backup to Dani Carvajal. But if Zinedine Zidane actually thinks it's a good idea for Youcef Atal to fill in as Dani Carvajal's backup, I don't mind at all. And in the process, if we do lose Alvaro Odriozola, I don't mind. But at the same time, if we don't get Youcef Atal and we have to continue with Alvaro Odriozola, I still wouldn't mind. I'm just giving my insight. I think Youcef Atal can be good based on what we have seen of him. But he's also suffered a knee injury, so that might be kind of dodgy here. But yeah, that's that. That's my insight anyway. Let me know what you guys think of the transfer news in the comment section below, and I will see you in a bit. Take care and